Coming up, how many hours of detailing? Yes.
You think it's enough?
One-off interior, and we perfect and drive the legendary E39 M5. This is my beloved BMW E39 M5, a car that I bought long before I became a professional talk-to-myselfer, aka a YouTuber. A wee little me moved to Germany back in 2017. And what do you do as a newcomer and car lover in a country that has roads with no speed limits? While you go to the Nürburgring and buy a neglected E39 M5 from a farmer before even starting your new job. This is where my love story with these magnificent cars begins. Cheap tools, elbow grease, and I slowly started refreshing this example. From overhauling headlights on the 6th floor balcony in Charlottenburg with tools from a €1 shop, to working in the building courtyard and underground car park, I got the job done. Having passed the infamous TÜV inspection, the M5 was ready to hit the Autobahn without holding back. Driving at night from Siegen to Berlin on the A2 de-restricted Autobahn with my better half and car packed to the brim with moving stuff, the M5 won me over forever. An experience that I will never forget. Planting your foot down and unleashing the roar of the mighty Motorsport V8 while cruising comfortably at 280, 300 km per hour, a young me was and still is having his mind blown. I sold this car and even managed to make a bit of money and moved from Berlin to Frankfurt and immediately started hunting for another one. And boy did I find one. A neglected one-owner facelift E39 M5 finished in titanium silver with just 72,000 kilometers. Located in a beautiful coastal town called Sirolo, near Ancona in Italy. Seller who speaks 2.5 words of English, check engine light, rattling engine, yep, mine. I schlepped it back to Frankfurt and started my rejuvenation process in -2, very dark, cold and stinky underground car park. This was an absolute gem of a find, totally mint, original paint, rust-free example. But the more I drove it, the more I became aware of its plummeting value if I kept adding on kilometers. And I wanted to drive it. I made a decision to sell it and find an example that I can drive guilt-free. The car went to a collector from Dusseldorf and I went to Italy again with my girlfriend to hunt down another rust-free example. The first was in the astonishingly beautiful island of Ischia in the Gulf of Naples. Off the airplane into the Fiat Multipla, the mellow taxi driver commandeered this vessel straight by pointing to the left. From the port of Naples, it was a 1-hour ferry ride to the island where the facelift carbon black over caramel leather M5 awaits. Only 103,000 kilometers. Another minter on my hands. No. This poor thing saw more hits in its life than Mike Tyson and was repainted with a toothbrush. Shockingly bad condition for the mileage. So the car was shit and the seller was a liar, but Ischia was stunning. The best bruschetta we've ever had was enough to forget about the seller and enjoy this captivating island. Having explored the medieval Aragonese castle, we hopped on a train to Rome, where candidate number 2 was waiting. The town of Tivoli near Rome was then the home of my M5. Made in September of 2000, it's one of the very first facelift models, finished in my favorite Le Mans blue over black leather interior. It covered 168,000 kilometers and was owned by a family of 5. 3 brothers, a father, and a mother. And guess who the registered owner of the car was? La Mama. And she knew everything about it. Doesn't matter that the suspension was knocking, it was the most beautiful car in the world, she argued. Despite many difficulties, I knew it was a good car that needed some love, so a deal was made. It arrived in Frankfurt in May of 2018 and I set about getting it ready for the TÜV inspection. I worked diligently on overhauling the front suspension in the courtyard until a German villager came by and told me I can't be doing that here. I moved to the dark corner of the underground garage where I'd be left alone and cracked on with the suspension. I was dirtier than Dirty Harry, but also never happier doing what I loved the most, fixing cars. The M5 passed the inspection and I got my new license plates. Over the years, I've been fixing, upgrading, and thoroughly enjoying using this car. Fast forward to now, I have a YouTube channel, I have you, and I have a dream job of restoring cars for a living. Great time to do what I always wanted to do, but wasn't able to due to lack of funds, time, and space. So now we are going to mint out my beloved M5 and turn it into a dream spec E39 M5. Starting off with the paint, the front end was poorly repainted in Italy due to rock chips and the clear coat was peeling off, which just grew over the years. I sent the car to Artur Slabek service in Poland to have the front end repainted. It came back and despite wanting this done to a high standard, it wasn't. Lots of defects in the paint that I simply couldn't live with, so back it went for the second time. Another 3-4 months later, it arrived back at the old dojo. It was better, but still far from what you'd call a quality paint job. You'll find out later. At this point, what's done is done, and I'm sure not going to send it back for the third time, so this is where I ended my cooperation with them. We'll set Yves loose on the paint later in the video. Now we are going to address all the little things needed to get this car as close as possible to cosmetically perfect. We have a common problem that we need to address, which is oxidized high gloss shadow line window trim, particularly these two pieces here and one more on the other side. So we are going to replace them. Peel the weather stripping like an onion. And now we have these clips that we need to bend inwards. There you go. To remove that one over there, we need to remove the door panel. Yes. Don't scratch the leather. Perfect. Throw this away. Kidding. Now I need to pop this trim. I think now we can get this out. Oh, I need to lower the glass. There we go. Brand new original trim, but be careful not to scratch it. I think that's in. Now I can start the screws in the back. Okay, one down. The new one comes with the clips, so we can remove the old ones. There we go. That is installed without any scratches. Time for the door panel to go back in. I also off camera renewed the butyl seal all around the vapor barrier. Muy importante. Excellent. That is it. Copy paste on the other side. Next up, this door seal is falling apart. Well, thank you. Here's the brand new one. Comes with fresh clips. Oh, that's beautiful. Ready for my wife to drag her feet over it and scratch it. Listen to this. Gonna hit the M3. We gotta jump underneath of the car now. Up in the air you go. We need to replace pretty much all of the plastic underbody panels, pork chops, this main engine cover, this one as well, the transmission cover, and then two on the side here as well. The notorious pork chop. What the f***? BMW with no oil leaks? What is the secret, man? Maintenance. It's called maintenance. Oh no, it's caught. Look at that, it's rust-free. Beautiful car, this. Again, rust-free. This is a pile of broken plastic. And this is a pile of very expensive brand new plastic. We have original engine cover, original transmission cover, and the covers on the side. The pork chops, they are replicas from Ukraine. Brand new ones, original ones from the dealer, they cost 350 euros each for a stupid piece of plastic. And the pork chops sit very low, so they break all the time, and paying that much money that's going to eventually break again just doesn't make sense. I bought these, I think like 3 years ago, and it was around 100 bucks. They fit decently, so should get the job done. Brand new OE fog lights from Hella. We have a crack in the matrix. This is Garbaggio. Yeah, these did fit fine, but this was the very first batch made out of wrong material, so it shattered quickly. This is the updated version that I bought on eBay, made out of polypropylene plastic, and these fit even better and have passed my stress testing with success. Big thumbs up for these. For the engine under tray, you have to use the original part. The replicas simply don't fit right. I tried one from eBay like 6 years ago. The material that it's made of, it's really poor and the fitment is just horrifying. So original it is. As you can see, I applied cable grease from Liqui Moly just to make sure that this area stays rust free. Transmission cover. Excellent. And with that, we're done underneath of the car. The firewall plastic was crumbling and needed addressing. The windshield cowl needed replacing too, and so did the windshield. So I stripped it all down to clean it and dropped the car off at the glass shop. Cool. A brand new windshield and window rubber seal are in. This is a climate comfort windshield which has a special coating or layer that reflects the heat from the sun and supposedly keeps the interior 20% cooler. I had this windshield on my very first E39 M5 and I really liked it because you can definitely tell the difference between a normal windshield and this one because the sun doesn't feel as strong when it's beating through the climate comfort windshield. And the way you can recognize one, you can see that layer going all around the windshield, especially around the mirror base here. There you can see it, so that's how you can tell if you have a climate comfort windshield or not. Brand new windshield cowl, which I coated with Gyeon trim coating for protection and a nice gloss finish. Brand new clips. Okay. Brand new firewall plastic. I love how they're original and then different color from the factory. Nice. And then these little things in the corners. And more coating. Time for one upgrade. Probably the biggest reason why I love my E60 M5 so much is the induction noise. It sounds glorious inside of the car. The S62 engine, the E39 M5, doesn't have any. So we are going to fix that with these parts. This came from Eventury, our good friends Bilal and Imran. So we have microfiber stuff in here. Gimme! There it is, a fresh microfiber plenum. So this is the cover for the intake plenum. Looks beautiful, I gotta say. And there they are, air intakes. Look at that Eventury inside. Quite literally. So here's everything laid out on the table. Carbon fiber intake plenum, air boxes, and ducting to plumb all of this in. The first step is to remove the bumper, T50. Careful, we need to unplug the fog lights. Let's get the stock air boxes out. Clean. Remove the stock intake duct. We need to remove the stock plastic shroud around the headlights. In goes the Venturi stuff. Okay, then we have a screw here, and then a bracket. That does not work because it's right in the way of this. So I'm gonna drill another hole. Okay, so down goes there. Okay, that's now firmly in place. And this duct comes in here. Grab the clamp, This clamp doesn't need to be super tight, it just needs to hold the ducting in place. That'll do it. And it's copy paste on the other side. Before I put the bumper back in, I'm going to pull out the headlights and replace this trim here. See how it's sagging here? That's because there's a clip here on the end that broke, that kind of clips into the fender here, and then it keeps it aligned. That's very, very annoying, so we're going to address that. Not that you need to remove the bumper to get the headlights out, but it is a bit easier. So press the clip here. Okay, so here's the new one that I had painted, and you can see that clip over there that's missing over here. And that's that sag here addressed. The thing that annoys me the most on E39s is when I see aftermarket bumpers that don't align with the fender here. They have a big gap, and as well, like all of these lines here, everything has to align. Otherwise, it just doesn't look right. I replaced the left headlight trim as well, and now the bumper can go back in. All right, now I need to line up the bumper with the fender so that there is no gap. Looks good. And this one looks good as well. So if you use aftermarket bumper, M Sport bumper or M5 bumper, you're never going to be able to line this with the fender. It's always gonna have a tiny gap, which is incredibly annoying. It's like the #1 thing that ticks me off on E39 when I see it, and that's not right. Now we need to secure the duct with this bracket here. And this way the duct is pointing in direction of the air filter. Remove the 10mm nut from the ground point here. Use a supplied one, a thin 10mm nut. Then we have this deep plate. And now we're ready for the air filter. Connect it here and then slowly lower it into position. There you have it. That's the intake filters installed, and this is a nice design because it is a cold air intake, because this plate here sections off the part of the engine bay that has hot air, and then this duct here is supplying cold air directly into the filter and into the engine. And lastly, the cover. There we are. Look at that plenum, no oil in sight. This engine is working beautifully, and my friend just took this thing to Croatia and back. Did many, many kilometers in it without any issues. New cover going in. All right, that's the cover tightened. I just checked, and this big carbon fiber badge is no longer available. NLA can't be bought brand new, so we need to somehow remove the old one and not damage it in the process. Dental floss. So slowly, slowly. Let me try this as well. This should be a bit more durable. Okay, we have progress. Almost there. Yes! Out! It is out. Small piece of microfiber. Surface prep. Double-sided sticky tape. I've polished this cover a little bit. Push it home. The M badge. I gotta say, I don't normally like carbon fiber, but this looks splendid. Really, really nice. The engine bay needs a really good detailing. I'm just gonna wipe it clean really quickly now. Then I'm gonna warm up the car, and then let's see what it sounds like. Coming through on the video, through the microphone, but it barks. It really barks. It really sounds good. And now onto the biggest, most important upgrade. Over the years, I started to loathe the stock M5 seats. They are the single worst thing about this car. Even in the lowest position, you are sitting way too high, making it as if you're sitting on and not in the car, and destroying the otherwise wonderful driving experience. On top of that, they are not comfortable. The backrest is too small, and I always felt too big for this seat. And I ain't that big. Searching for the solution, I found that Alpina offered optional Recaro style top-line seats in their E39 models. Looks like they felt the same way I did and addressed the problem the BMW never did. I took inspiration from that and somehow got lucky and found a set of used Recaro style top-line XL seats. XL meaning that the backrest is extended. After comparing them, I ordered custom seat brackets from the US and test-fitted the seats. This fixed all of the aforementioned issues, and it's a period-correct solution. Now, to reupholster them. Le Mans Blue is my favorite color, and ever since getting a visit from BMW Group Classic in their Chrome Shadow M5 with individual cinnamon leather interior, I lusted after one. So there. A plan. Recovered the Recaro seats with cinnamon leather using M5 heritage stitching. Say aloha to the one-off, never done before, a true OEM plus, drop-dead gorgeous interior. The work was done by AMX Performance from Poland. This is not sponsored or gifted. I paid for their work as I wanted factory-matched stitching and quality, and they delivered. The front seats were especially difficult to do, as even Recaro had trouble getting the lower bolster seams straight on these early models of this seat, but they knocked it out of the park. And the leather? It is the very same cinnamon leather that BMW used back in the day. AMX bought a leather warehouse in Italy which supplied leather to BMW back then. As far as I know, they are the only ones with matching cinnamon leather. I ordered like 20 different samples, and this is the only one that matched the original BMW Zimt leather. Are you done drooling yet? Let's install them.
I think it's in now. Just looking from like far away, this color combo is so good. All right. There we go now. That's the rear seats in, and it looks amazing, man. Wow. The passenger seat is ready. I bought these custom brackets from the US, and they're specifically made for car seats for E39, so direct bolt-in for the E39. And the wiring is actually super simple. For the passenger seat, you gotta transfer over the seat belt buckle with the tensioner, so 2 wires into the factory yellow connector for the airbag, and then the entire electrical side of the seat is controlled with these 2 wires, so power and ground. And I transferred over the factory connector and this entire yellow plug. And then on the side, it's fully electrically adjustable, up and down, all of directions, lumbar, heating, and cooled as well. So this all looks nice in factory. The cover is gonna come here in a bit. And now we can pop this one into the position. Let's see how it looks. Don't scratch the paint. Nice and easy. Just gotta plug this in for now, temporarily, so I can raise the seat and get the connector through. Ignition on. Good, now I can unplug it again. Then run this connector through the inside, like that. Beautiful. And here's a comparison between the stock seat and our new Recaro seat. The stock seat, you can see that the back part of the seat, it's kind of short and narrow. I always felt I was too big for that seat, even though I'm not that big. Well, here it's taller and it's wider. It's gonna be a much more comfortable seat. And then the most important thing for me, it's the seating position, like where your bottom goes. And here on the stock seat, you're going to be sitting much higher. And look over here. I'm gonna be sitting much lower. And this is why I wanted these seats. So, the driver's seat is going to be a bit of a bastard to fit because E39 has an electric steering column. And in order for that column to work, you need these buttons here. This entire wiring from this seat. I've already tried, and unless the seat is plugged in, it will not work, and I can't find a workaround solution. So now we gotta transfer over the seatbelt buckle, and then I gotta figure out what we're gonna do with this wiring here. Because there's a box here that I guess serves as a module, and you have to have it connected in order for the column to work. I'm gonna start ripping out the wiring. Okay, I just double checked with Oli from Moy Motors, and yeah, gotta transfer over this box here. It's the only way to get the steering column to work. Otherwise, you'd need to do some heavy wiring and stuff. And I don't wanna do that. Oh, so! Got the wiring out. It wasn't that terrible, to be honest. This is the controller. So I'm gonna plug this into the car and just confirm that the column is working. And then I can see if we can trim some of this stuff off and make it, you know, neater and smaller because it needs to fit underneath of the seat. Here we are. I made everything as thin and as slim as possible. So we just need this box, the connector, the main plug, and the seat belt buckle connector. All right, now I'm gonna drill one hole here, and this is where we're gonna attach that cable for the adjustment of the seatbelt height. It's not going to be adjustable anymore, but it's gonna stay in this position, which is a decent position for most people, including myself. Plug it in. Good and tight. This. That's now nicely out of the way. Now I'm gonna put this in the car and test it. I think I'll need to keep the power negative for the module here, but let's see. Let's plug it in and test it. Yep, need the power in. Okay, I spliced some wires and now everything should work and we can permanently install this seat. Let's give this a whirly woo. Yes, it works. Steering wheel works. Beautiful, everything works. Right, now I gotta do the bolts, and the two inner bolts are extremely difficult to start. Ah, yes. I'd say that's tight. That's the seat in. Let's take it for a spin. Oh, that's the stuff, hombre. That's the stuff. Oh, that is a great, great seating position. Definitely much lower. I was sitting like that before. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, this is wonderful. And I'm driving this car tomorrow to Bodensee, which means I have to hurry up and put the door panels in before it's dark. So the seat is fully in and bolted down. It looks gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. And everything is working as it should. The steering column, the electric seat, moves up and down, all of that good stuff. The cooling, don't think it'll be effective at all because the leather is not perforated. The heating and the lumbar, all of that is fully functional. The last thing that I need to figure out here is some sort of cover for the bolts here, for the bracket. Either one big plate or two separate covers. We'll see. I'll come up with a solution a bit later. Time for the door panels. The rear ones are quite simple. This car has no options. Like none. It has double pane windows and no sunroof. That's it. Nothing else. Doesn't even have parking sensors. And I love it for that. The no sunroof thing it's actually the best equipment because the car is super quiet on the road because of the double glazing and no sunroof thing. I love this car on the Autobahn. It is the best car for the Autobahn. It's better than the E60. It's better than any car I've driven on the Autobahn. I love my E39 M5 so much. Titanium trim. While you're here, don't forget to check the vapor barrier. Just make sure it's sealing properly, otherwise you can get some water in the interior. And that's the interior transformation completed. Look at cinnamon popping over lemon blue. The color combo is just gorgeous. It's stunning. I love this interior so much. Look at the seats. The seats. Wow. I'm really, really thrilled. Really ecstatic. All right, I gotta pack up and then tomorrow I gotta drive 4.5 hours to Bodensee with the better half and we're gonna test the seats properly. See what they feel like on long journeys.
The black armrest, shift and parking brake boot looked out of place, so I decided to have them trimmed in cinnamon 2 by AMX.
Well, there you go. That's exactly what this interior needed. Now it's complete. It's perfect. I love it so much. And the guys from AMX Performance have done a fantastic job again. I mean, the craftsmanship, the stitching, the leather, the fit and finish, it's on par with original. OE, baby. It's really, really good. Fantastic job. With that finishing touch done, now we're gonna head over to Gyeon, where they're gonna transform the exterior of this car. It's gonna be really special.
We are in Ham at HK Fahrzeugpflege, a certified Gyeon detailer where Hendrik, the super hospitable owner, and master detailer Yves, whom you'll remember from Project Chicago video, will go crazy on the paint. Hendrik went straight to work, and the first step is to thoroughly wash the car. After cleaning every nook and cranny, next was to clay bar the paint and remove contaminants before polishing. And finally, drying. Then we discovered more bad paintwork. And into the detailing bay we go. I've never paint corrected this car before, and you can see the sheer amount of swirls and scratches. Hendrik masked off the rubber trims and went for a test spot. And this is just after one pass. The following day, the artist Yves stepped in. Unfortunately, the hood was so badly repainted that he had to sand down the entire thing.
It's an easy job, they said, okay? Sanding the whole thing down, dude!
Nonetheless, the Gyeon team plowed through, cleaning, polishing, and protecting everything.
Next time, you bring me well-painted cars.
I will, I promise. They also dry ice blasted the engine bay, and the PPF expert Steph came by to apply PPF on the front end and B-pillar trim. This was the atrocious state of the hood before, and after Yves went berserk. Then I showed up a couple of days later to see the finished result.
Different backing plates, different machines, rotaries, sanders, polishes.
This is why you used to sand a hood.
Yeah, because I didn't have time. Normally I always sand by hand.
Yeah, not a lot of people would dare to do this.
Yeah, I was a bit, because I didn't know what to expect from what's on it, but.
Because once you're dedicated, you gotta go all in.
First, the number plate is back, is white again. The exhausts are good again. The trim is nice. Even around your...
The valance, yeah.
Yeah, the downs are right. The lights are polished.
It never looked this good in my... Holy smokes, look at this.
So all the edges around the rubbers are scraped. Roof rails, every edge is done.
Oh, I can't touch it now.
You have to be careful with it.
Yeah.
Now, the interior, Hendrik fully dry ice blasted it. Then we checked every button. We cleaned your seat because it's a super nice color.
Yeah.
We coated the seats as well.
Nice.
So
what kind of coating?
it's a leather shield from Gyeon.
Jeans and stuff. It's easier to clean up.
Just do like once every 3 washes. Take some leather cleaner, wipe over it. So also the steering wheel.
Oh, look at that! It was glossy black before.
Yeah.
This is the original steering wheel for this car.
Yeah.
Look at this. Yeah, it was full on glass before.
The locks and this
Come on.
is all done. So the trim is also coated, door shuts, edges, bottoms, everything is done.
Surreal.
So this was your bad bonnet. So when you look at it now, it's we will put the car outside, huh? But
No, but I only saw everything once he was in here. Like, look at this. I can see my face. It's like a mirror.
yeah,
Before it was like.
I try to match a bit the OEM paint because you can sand and you can sand it too good that it doesn't match.
Even
the
OEM
whole.
is a little bit orange peely.
It's just a little bit, you know. Hendrik fully dry iced the whole shabamlam. I did some picky stuff in between. We cleaned all in between the letters and everything.
Come on.
Yeah.
Even that.
Yeah, it's all clean. So the boxes are clean. Yeah, this and everything is dry ice blasted here.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Eventuris. Hendrik polished the Eventuris and
Yeah. Can see.
the box again. So
Unbelievable.
yeah,
Headlights as well.
headlights are PPF'd. So we polished the headlights
Yeah.
and we PPF'd it because we polish it to remove all this buck etching.
Okay.
And when you remove all the buck etching, it looks far nicer in terms of clarity than leaf.
So this was my mistake. These were new covers like 7 years ago. And then autobahn driving, you just get busted.
Yeah.
Even though it's illegal to do this in Germany,
But
honestly,
I mean,
I'd rather get a ticket
But
than destroy headlights.
but it doesn't change anything in
Not at
terms
all,
of visibility. Zero.
Yeah, tell Toof that.
Yeah. Wheels, calipers, coated.
Look at this.
The rubber and everything is done. Yeah.
Clean the cap.
Small details. This is also something that we PPF'd.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because you don't have any worries anymore.
Yeah.
This one was very good. This is polished one step. These are all polished.
So this one on the other side
Also
actually...
PPF'd.
Where did the scratch go?
No. We made it a little bit black.
I bought a new one. But there's no need now.
No, so we took.
There's no need.
I took a small pen.
Yeah.
And then it's here. You know?
Yeah, I can see it. It's
Yeah,
a little
but-
bit there, but
yeah.
it's not noticeable.
It's not white.
So I like how he's showing me the flaws, but
No.
it's... Come on, this is ridiculous. So this is what sets you apart from a regular detailer, because Yves will go in there and like even this corner here that you normally never see on a car,
No.
you polish it to perfection.
It needs to be.
To a corner, like to the very edge.
It needs to be consistent everywhere.
It's
So
insane.
when you look from top to bottom, this whole corner, same here.
Yeah,
Look at this corner and look at the bumper and look next to the plastic.
It's no one does that. Go in such lengths to remove a single scratch on the corner here.
Yeah.
People just polish stuff that you can see.
When you look here next to the plastic,
Come on.
when you look on top next to the plastic, when you look this edge next to the bumper.
100% perfect. And you got like every single scratch out. It's look at this.
Good.
Look at that.
You think it's enough?
Look at that.
You think it's enough? It's
Ridiculous. It's
yeah.
mirror.
It's good. It's good.
And this is original paint here.
Yeah, original paint.
It's unbelievable that it's the same car. You're a magician. It's
No. It's a lot of work from because I cannot do this on my own in this time frame again.
yeah. Huge thank you to Hendrik as well and the
also
guys.
Hendrik and like interior wise and the dry ice, it's a big advantage of like cleaning out all the small parts. It's like, for example, when you look at your
the edge.
no,
Incredibly difficult to clean and polish.
so along the edge,
Perfection.
we cleaned out this a little bit. I coated this.
Oh.
This is also done. The rubbers. We cleaned with dry ice. We cleaned Hendrik, not me. We cleaned also the toolbox.
It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. I think you can tell even on camera very easily that the car is completely transformed.
Even if I kill lights, so I will just, you see now the glow of the car. Yeah.
Me.
For me, when you do details, it's just the sum of details that make the detail. So when you do this really good and you do this actually, and this good, and then the
Everything comes
whole
together.
thing comes together, and this is why it takes so much time. So
Inside.
I cleaned here, yeah. So to make
No one sees that.
No one sees it, but when the car is on the lift. And I open this to polish it, I see the dirt around these rubbers. I need to clean it. I mean, it makes no sense not to do it.
You're ridiculous.
So Hendrik said that I'm crazy because. So do you notice something on your tires? Just in general, do you notice something except for the tire dressing? But do you notice something on the tires? Where are all the small spritzes?
You remove the little
Every wheel.
the little spikes that come out of the tire.
Because the look of the tire is much nicer when they're not on.
Yes.
And when you put dressing on, and you put a lot of dressing, and a lot of people do it, and you start driving,
And it splashes everywhere.
Splashes everywhere. Huh?
Come on.
So every tire is flat, no nibbles. Yeah.
So what? You just go around it's like.
Yeah, I cut everyone off. He said I'm crazy.
Yeah, you are.
So when you see a car that's done with tires and the nibs are on, for me it's not okay.
This is why you're the best.
Yeah, I also want to thank Hendrik and his team and the facility that we were able to use. So
Absolutely. Thank you.
I drank.
Thank you so much.
I drank too much coffees. We had too much beers. We didn't have time for beers. But yeah, it's an example of how Gyeon should be like put to the people with like information how things are, not telling stories.
Yeah, because Hendrik is certified Gyeon detailer.
Yeah,
If you need someone that does really, really good work here in Germany, you have it.
Yeah, and if you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. So that's not something that.
No, honestly, they do fantastic work. Like just now, they finished up. It's Friday evening.
Yeah.
Floor is polished up, and that tells you a lot. When you come into a workshop and you see it's clean, it's tidy, you know you're at the right place.
Cannot forget. I forgot almost, and this is because he drove here. Steph. Yeah.
Yes.
He drove here. He drove here with the motorbike to be here fast.
Really?
Yes. So he came on Thursday.
Crazy guy.
He came on Thursday morning. So Steph, our PPF trainer, shout out to him as well. He put that on the PPF.
I mean, you can't even tell that the hood has PPF. Like you said, there is no 100% perfect.
No, perfection doesn't exist.
But if you try to come close to that, this is what it takes.
Yeah, it takes
so much work.
Yeah. So,
but it's beautiful. I mean, the car looks freaking awesome from every angle.
Yeah, that's right. But let's check it out outside then.
Oh my God, it looks so good. Freaking unbelievable. Yves, my friend, the car is, I'm lost for words. I dropped it off, I knew it was bad, but you just took it to a whole different level. So I can't thank enough to you, to Hendrik, to the entire team, to Steph, to Gyeon for...
It's teamwork. On your own, you can't do this. You need help, and again, it's what Gyeon also a bit stands for, having good community, delivering quality work. Quality over quantity, that's a bit my motto.
I wish I was here to give you a bit of a hand and also watch you dance around this car, because you're with a rotary machine, you're a freaking magician. It's like art. It's like watching art.
Everybody has his own skill sets, have others, so this is maybe mine. But
your eye for detail is incredible. I've never seen anyone go this deep.
Sometimes it's not nice to live in my head, but anyway, that's what my wife says.
He polished the handles underneath as you lift the handles. When are you going to see that?
No, you don't, but it's
never, but it's
the total package that needs to be clean.
Come on, it's...
Now, like I said, on Project Chicago, if you up, it's
on me.
It's on you.
It's on me.
It's on you. Yeah.
I'm here, my man.
So, yeah.
Thank you again for everything. It was great meeting you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
hopefully you get more customers because the work that you guys do here, it's
I wish
washing
you
the
all the
car.
luck with the car. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And it's
Yeah.
always nice to. We don't see each other often. We write or call, but it's
Yeah.
always. Anyway, thanks, Sretton, for your trusting us and
Oh,
also
absolutely.
trusting.
Absolutely. And this is
Hendrik.
just sort of the start, the first chapter of M539 restorations in Gyeon, because now with the new shop, we're going to take it
Next level.
next level.
I also want to say a small thing about your audience because some guys I don't like to read comments, but Project Chicago they send me some comments and thanks again to your audience for all the nice comments as well in the past.
Always.
Yeah.
They recognize good work.
Cheers,
Top man. Thank you.
Hendrik. Thank you very much as well.
Thank you as well.
Yeah.
Once again.
M539 project out. I'm home. Ciao.
We're back in the shop. We have a few more little details and touches to do on this car, and then it'll be officially finished. When you open the door, this is pretty ugly to look at. You can see the seat bracket, the bolts, and all this stuff, and we need to hide that. So I'm thinking to simply take a piece of wood, wrap it in Alcantara, stick it on top, and essentially make a cover that's gonna hide all of this. I went to the software store and bought some wood. This is 8 centimeters wide and 43 centimeters long, and it's a perfect fit for that gap over there. So that's already cut to size. Then we have a nice Alcantara with foam in the back, so I'm just gonna cut it to size. Then we have some upholstery glue, glue all of that together, and this should look nice. So that'll go like that. So let's spritz some glue. Normally I wouldn't recommend to use spray can glue for doing the headliner, especially the headliner, because it's just not gonna last. But in this application, this is gonna be on the floor. It's not gonna hang up in here. It's gonna be fine. And it's nice and easy to use. You need to use really, really good special glue for the headliner, like I've done on Project Dubai. And we're gonna be doing that again on Project Marseille, soon-ish. Once this is dry to touch, you can stick it together. Cut off the extra. All right, we need a bit more glue. Glue, 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 glue. And now it's down to your skill to wrap this up nicely around the edges and corners. So I'm gonna do it slowly. And just like that, we have a nice Alcantara cover. Okay, let's see. Yes, that should work nicely. Like that. Then I have some Velcro, which we're gonna put on the cover and on the seat bracket. Ow, idiot. A bit of alcohol. And there you have it. A simple solution to a rather simple problem. You can no longer see a seat bracket or the bolts, and you can easily remove it to vacuum up or get to the bolts. That's the final result. Nice and simple solution. A cover that looks good in Alcantara. It's firmly pressed up against the carpet here, so it's not gonna dangle. And it's also easily removable. Yeah, I like that. Gonna do the same on the other side. The steering wheel is original, never reupholstered, and it's in pretty good condition for over 200,000 kilometers. Bit of wear there, and this is where I scratched it a long time ago, unfortunately, with my jeans. It is what it is. I'm not gonna change the steering wheel because of that, because it is original. The airbag is new, recall. This upper part is brand new, no wear whatsoever, but this lower one, because I'm a psychopath, I can't stand that bit of wear right over there. So we're gonna replace this entire piece. Normally you can, and I've done this, repaint this and then get a pretty good match with the original finish, but I just don't have time for that, and I just want this to look nice, new and fresh, because this car deserves it. Pop the airbag. The battery is disconnected, by the way. There we go. 2 screws here. There we go. So we have 4 screws in the back. So this is gonna go into parts bin, and then one day, once I have a bit of free time, which will probably be never, I can repaint this and put it in another car. And here's the brand new one. Lovely. That's more like it. And this, in my humble opinion, is the best steering wheel the BMW ever had. 3-spoke, perfect thickness, Not too many buttons, just exactly what you need. And it's as beautiful to look at as it is to hold and command the vehicle. I wish they still made steering wheels like this in modern cars, because this is perfection. When the body shop painted the fenders, they removed the fender liners and they used universal clips here, which has been bothering me ever since. So we're gonna remove them and use original ones. Oh, what the? Okay, clips are these? Got a bag full of them. That's much better. The hood insulation is knackered. That's a word, a British one, I believe. So we're gonna replace it. The other day I was placing the order for hood insulations. I ordered 3. And my parts guy is like, 3? You sure? It's like, yes, I need one for this car, for Project Crotwell, and for Alpina. I have lots of E39s. Brand new original one. That's more like it. But yeah, in about 5 years, I'm gonna have to repaint the front end again once this PPF comes off, and then fix like this. Very, very poorly repainted. And now we're done. It's autumn in Germany, almost the end of the season. From 1st of November, this car is going into winter hibernation. I don't drive this car in winter at all. It's too salty outside. And this stretch of the Autobahn used to be nice and open, but now it's Baustelle. Before it goes for winter hibernation, we're gonna stretch its legs. I've owned this car for a little over 7 years now. I've never been this hard in love with this car. I love it so much now, ever since I've done the seats and the carbon intake. I mean, listen to that. Pure motorsport induction noise. What a car, what a car. And out of all cars that I have that I've driven fast on the Autobahn, this is by far the one that's most comfortable, most stable, and most quiet. Last year I had 4 people in the car, my wife, her sister, her fiance, bit of luggage in the back. We were driving from Baden-Baden to Frankfurt at night. No one likes being driven fast. They don't like fast driving. I was doing 300 with the car, cruising at 300. No one mummed a word. They were still talking to each other because this car does not have a stupid sunroof. It has double glazing. It's super, well, it's not super quiet, but like when you're doing 280, 300, the wind noise, the wind resistance, it's not that loud. And the car just takes that speed like it's nothing. I mean, you just saw it earlier. It nearly hit 300 and the thing is just, it's biblical. E39 M5. What a machine. This was the one thing that I was missing with the S62, the induction noise. Because every time I jump in the E92 M3 or the E60 M5, the induction noise is just, it just gets you drunk. It sounds so good. And the S62 doesn't have any. And now with the Plenum, it's just so good. never ever selling this one. Never. It's never leaving the fleet. This, the E60 M5, yep, the United M3. Those three never selling. Everything else is, you know, debatable. Actually, E31, I'm probably never gonna sell that either. The interior is such a beautiful place to be in. Every single person that's seen this car in person adores the interior, and then the outside as well. Now, after Gyeon doing their magic, it's a stunning car.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed seeing the arguably best damn car getting perfected. And if you did, please consider subscribing. I'd appreciate that. I'll see you in the next one.